Hello everyone, welcome back to the Makisode YouTube channel. How are you today? It's beautiful out today, and I trust you are also coping with whatever weather you have in your neck of the woods. Today we're going to be demystifying crochet, and we're demystifying what Taylor Swift wore recently, very recently. She was spotted in London by Harper's Bazaar, she and Travis. All right, but we're talking about what we're talking about Taylor today, and she wore a granny stitch dress shirt. That's what she wore. It's a very beautiful dress shirt. We love dress shirts at Makisode, right? But this one is different because she wore one that was made with granny stitches. All right, now before I dive into all of that process, are you new here? Do go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We bring you brand new videos on a weekly basis. We inspire you on all of the possibilities of crochet. We demystify what one celebrity or another wore. We draw patterns, we create patterns, we modify patterns. We, do everything crochet right here. And tapestry, we create crafts for tapestry, and all of that. So we invite you to subscribe, right, to our channel. We have our galleries up on Instagram for wedding day apparel. You find those at Makisode Weddings. And then for corporates, casuals, and accessories, you find those at Makisode Models. All right. So yeah, let me dive in. What was she wearing? What did it look like? So essentially, it looked like this. Yeah, this is the neck region. This is the back part of it. This is the shoulder, right? This is the shoulder. All right. So I'm gonna, and then there's this rectangle right here which forms the entire dress, because it started from her shoulder to her thigh. And then you have the sleeves, the long sleeves here and long sleeves here. Now the pattern, the granny square pattern, was worked such that, for the body, it was worked this way. It came in different colors. So each row had a different color, and this is how it came across. This is what you'd see. It was worked this way for the granny square stitches. It will work this way so that it will appear vertically. You walk diagonally, sorry, you walk horizontally to get a vertical look with the colors. All right, then for the sleeves, all right, the sleeves were worked horizontally, because you walk horizontally, you achieve a vertical look when this hand is dropped. You walk horizontally, you achieve a vertical look when the hand is dropped to the sides. All right, so the panels, so 4 panels essentially are required. You have the front panel, you have the back panel. This is a full rectangle. It's a full rectangle. Rectangle. The front panel has this dip here, so I'll walk you through how that was done. So front panel, the back panel, which is a full rectangle, and then the sleeves panels are also full rectangles that will now be sewn on later. All right, so yeah, this is it. So for the back panel first, you're gonna just walk a full rectangle, So a full rectangle, you just walk the horizontal. You walk the horizontal with the different colors, because when you turn it around this way, it becomes vertical lines. When they look at you. Done. Now for this back panel, for the front panel, there's going to be a little tricky there. So how did the granny stitch work? In order to achieve this, granny stitches were used to having granny squares where you just walk, you have corners and then you have sides. But to work a granny stitch in the horizontal fashion, there is a trick you need to learn. So I'm going to walk us through the very first row. The very first row, you probably require a double crochet stitch. You're going to skip 2, right, and then put in 3 double crochet stitches into the next stitch. I'm going to put in a chain right here. This chain is to give room for another granny stitch to sit in properly when we come back around. Okay, so yeah, next another 2. You're going to be skipping 3 this time around, and then insert another granny stitch, of course, by patting them with a chain. So you're going to have this go on like that. Pat them with a chain. 1, 2, 3. Pat with a chain. 1, 2, 3. Pat with a chain. So I don't want to go too far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'll just end with this end. That is it. And then part with a chain. So that when I come back around, of course, when you put in your, there's going to be a stitch right here, this stitch right here. So you end up having just 2 in here to complete the granny stitch. And then this one right here, and then you have your 2 in here. That's how it's going to look. And then space right here to have that. Yeah, so you come back around, and then this is where the granny stitches start from. Yes, and then granny stitches right there, granny stitch right here, granny stitch right there, and then this final one. So that's it. So I'm gonna just illustrate so that we see what that looks like. Okay, so yeah, getting some yarn, and then we're going to mimic this. So this says we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we need 23 chains. I'm going to quickly chain 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Okay, so for this illustration, I need a double crochet stitch up there. So I just chain up 2. All of that plus this one creates a double crochet stitch, and then I'm going to have to skip 2. So I skip that 2, meaning I'm going to skip a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to insert, to insert a granny stitch in there. Remember that there's a chain, so don't forget it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're skipping 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm inserting the granny stitch here. So granny stitch goes in here. Granny stitch consists of 3 double crochet stitches at chain 1. I skip 3. Insert another granny stitch right there. 1, 2, and 3. I chain 1. I skip 3. Set another right there. So I'm going to do that chain 1, skip 3 all the way to the end. Meet me up. So I've just come up on the last one. I'm just going to insert a double crochet stitch into that last stitch right there to complete row 1. All right, so that's it. That's in the first column. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop this color, pick up another one, just so that you can get a real feel of the Taylor Swift magic. So I'm going to insert my hook back in. Yeah, I've not fastened off because I really do not want to waste the yarn. So I'm not going to fasten off. So I'm going to just attach my yarn right there, and then chain up to complete my double crochet stitch. Remember that in here, into that chain 1 space right there for row 2, I'm going to be inserting 2 double crochet stitches to complete this granny stitch at chain 1. Walk a granny stitch into the next chain space, chain 1, walk a granny stitch consisting of 3 double crochet stitches into the next chain space, right? I chain 1, walk another. I'm going to walk this to the end. Okay, I'm up here at this last part, so I put in the 2 double crochet stitches into the chain 1 space, and then find my spot up there to walk the last double crochet stitch. That's it for the second row. I'm going to drop this, right? Okay, so that's it. So essentially we walk this up. You're going to walk this up. This part right here is the width. Okay, so let's say I'm going to place it like this. This is what we're working, right? The panels for both the front panel and the back panel. So we're going to be working from here to there. So you would have measured from the shoulder to this other part of the shoulder, maybe plus a little, because if you want it to hang loose, that's what you're gonna do. So you walk from there, from that point right there, which is this point right here, all the way to where you want it to end. All right, which is the measurement from the measurement for the width of the panel that you want. Now this length right here is the length of the panel you want. So it will be from the shoulder. This is the shoulder right here. So this will be your shoulder, and then all the way to, if this is your thigh, if this is your knee, if this is your ankle, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to mimic this dip. All right, so for the back panel, you don't need to create any dip. You just keep walking the rectangle all the way, same number of stitches across, same, and then even number of rows, even number of stitches. You won't have a problem. All right, but if you're gonna be if you're now walking the front panel, you need to drop at least one of the granny stitch look. So let me show you how that works. So yeah, you've walked up a few rows, you've walked up a few rows up to this point. So you want to create this dip. Let me just walk up my 3 to represent the double crochet stitch, right? So now I'll continue my the granny stitch. You notice that I picked up a different color. Okay. Chain 1, chain 1. Let me take this off so you can see clearly. So your row 1 is, all the odd rows will look like your row 1, while all your even rows will look like your row 2. That's the trick. Chain 1, putting that right there. Chain 1 and then 1. That's it. You've created a dip. So here you're going to choose how many of that is going to work for you. You may need to you may need to drop it further. Maybe your chain 1 would be at this point, but this is me just giving you an illustration. Remember that this rectangle right here has to be wide enough for your head or the person's head to pass through. So all of that is going to matter. So this is what I did. Okay, so all your number of rows all the way to the neckline, and then when you get there, when you walk up, this now becomes your base. This means that this now becomes your base. You now walk up to, this is the neck region, you stop there rather than closing it up. So when you get here, all you have to do is turn around. So you turn around. I'm going to maintain this white yarn for you to see. When you turn around, you're supposed to just insert 3 2 more single crochet double crochet stitches into that chain 1 space, and then continue chain 1, granny stitch, chain 1, granny stitch, and then you're going to end right here, get to the end and insert that properly. Okay, so that's it. What I'm going to now demonstrate is when you're done working your neckline. So you see the neckline has begun to increase, which is this is for the front panel. See that spot right there? Your neckline has begun to increase. All right, let's say you've gotten to the end. This is all you need. This is the length you need, all right, for this neckline right here. So all of this length from here to there, whatever distance that is, you have to keep working it until you've achieved that distance. Then when you get back to this point, here is what you need to do. I'm going to show you real quick. All right, so I'm going to chain the 3 up, okay, and then move into the spot to walk the chain, to walk the granny stitch. So this right here, granny stitch, chain, granny stitch, chain, granny stitch, chain. I'm supposed to insert another granny stitch right here. So what do I do in order to achieve that? I would have had to maybe get a different yarn, as in, but same color, and then create chains up here. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. Okay, I have this, so let me use it. But remember that it's got to be the same yarn color. So for that spot right there, this is what I'm gonna do. So all I need to add to that point is I'm gonna hold on. You could have done this before walking these ropes, yeah. But since I didn't do it, let me do it now. So from this part right here, I insert the yarn, okay. I secure it and then work, yeah, the remaining number of stitches. 1, 2, yeah. So yeah. Realize that when we insert a granny stitch right here, right? After inserting the granny stitch, we're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, meaning a full granny stitch is right here. So that means the chain space, the 3 chains for the granny stitch, and then the last stitch where the double crochet, the last double crochet stitch is gonna sit in. So essentially that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra chains is what you work up here. So I work this and then insert a granny stitch here. Watch how that is gonna be a little clumsy, but stay with the pattern. Chain 1 and then end right there into that last chain. It's messy, but yeah, it comes together. That's it. Notice that it is the same as that's return to this. You have your this is that, this is that, this stitch, this one, this one, this one, and then the final stitch. So that's it, and then you continue. Work up your 3 chains to represent your double crochet stitch, and then work your 2 double crochet stitches to complete that one. Continue your granny stitch all the way to the end and get that right there. So let me place this flat so you can see as much as possible through the through all of the yarn. To extend the yarn this way, all of the yarn that's supposed to be on this side, and then all of the yarn that's supposed to be on that side. So this is it. Let's even assume I was making a mini front panel. Okay, so this is a mini front panel. You have the shoulder right there, you have the neckline right here, and then you have the other shoulder right there. You've worked it this way, so by the time you turn it around, this is what you have it sitting vertically, which is this panel right there. So, worked it this way, and then when you turn it around, this is what you have. Now realize that you're going to do the same for the sleeves, right? You're going to work them in full panels like you work the back panel of this dress. So you're going to work them fully in horizontal manner, and it is in this horizontal manner you're going to attach them, just like this. So vertical, place like this, then place this one like that. Place the sleeves like that. Your sleeve, you're probably going to be measuring from the armpit to the wrist. This one, you're probably, like I said earlier, you're probably going to be measuring from the shoulder to the thigh, shoulder to knee, shoulder to ankle, shoulder to wherever it is that pleases you. You work your full back panel, work the front panel, creating this dip, then work the sleeves and attach. That's it. Edge nicely with a single crochet all around. Edge nicely with a shell all around here, shell here, shell there. Or you edge nicely the way we edge. I use slip stitch and chains to edge, and there you have it. You're all done. I'm going to attach a link on how to join. I'm going to attach a link on how to join shoulders, as in join sleeves to main panels. I'm also going to attach a link to a video on how we make our own dress shirt so that you can see all of that. Now, do let me know if there's any part of this illustration that wasn't quite clear to you, and then we'll see what it is that we can do to explain it more explicitly. All right, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Bye for